Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers. And he's quick to give them credit, but I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Ready? Ball on red. Let's go. 41 to mark. Check view. Check 41.
Tua to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Well, they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
On first down, Callahan. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him close.
Why is nobody blocking him? Where are you going? Where are you going? He doesn't see this guy.
To the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Wilson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From the 27, Tannehill. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Derrick Brown in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua, he's going to go up top again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
Nothing but fucking draw.
Here's Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down, and again, it's Davis Price. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Wilson with a first down carry. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
21-0 our score after 1. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Davis Price, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Henry again on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he's got it to about the 40. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Henry. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And this one is right through. And that drop. The deficit from 28 to 25. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second down, here's Davis Price. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Just power football there, down near the goal line, giving it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go. Let's get there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check.
Now Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
10 cycles.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Davis Price up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a give to Mostert running right. A little juke. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
A give. This is Wilson. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final score there. Carson Wentz, excellent in the victory as his guys push their record up to 8-3 on the year. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Damian Pierce, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando. As we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A first down carry for Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on its toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, Davis Price. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Wilson will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Henry again on second down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take him. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 22.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. Wilson with a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run again with Wilson.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 45 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Look at this. It's a fucking free safety.
fucking safety. This guy, a rookie.
And no more. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead. You're really going to turn somebody around like that? That's fucking ridiculous. In the fourth quarter, this is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And this time he is in.
Ty Davis Price with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48, a gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry for Wilson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Davis Price. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I
believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A give. This is Wilson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here's Mostert.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you get contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.